Hi, I'm Rachel Lynn, and I'm on a journey to get out of my student loan debt and lose some weight along the way. Today is Financial Friday. I am going over my June budget recap, so stay tuned to see how I did in the month of June. Stay tuned to see how much money I put into savings, because I am currently saving money instead of throwing everything to debt because I am in transition between jobs right now. So stay tuned to see how much I put into savings. And if getting out of debt or losing weight interests you at all, go ahead and click that red subscribe button down below. So June is officially over. I've had time to close everything out, transfer money over into savings, and just kind of close out the budget. July has started and June is over, and it's time to see how I did. So let's just go ahead and get into the budget. I'm going to start out with my notes. This was from the beginning. I am still on a bare bones budget. I have potentially no job, income beginning August, and so I have to save for the future. So I have been putting money away into savings rather than throwing it at debt. I am still making my minimum debt payments, but I am not putting anything extra towards debt. It's all going into savings, and we'll see at the end how much I was able to save this month for future debt payments. Okay, so I'm going to go over my known allocations. These are things that don't really fit into any other category. They're my regular bills and transferring money to savings and extra debt payments and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and look and see where I am with that. So I gave $120 to my church this month. I have blocked out how much I put into savings because I'm going to kind of like reveal that at the end. My rent, that is paying my undergraduate student loan payment. My parents are paying my undergraduate loan as they promised when I entered into college. But since I live at home with my parents, I do pay rent, and they pay me and make up the difference, but they usually pay me in cash, and I just kind of, for the most part, I just hold on to that. So my rent is actually $200, and I pay the bill of $273.66. Then my graduate student loans, those are all on me, and I have a minimum payment on that of $110.24. I did not make an extra student loan payment this month. As I said, I'm not doing that until I have a job secured with a paycheck lined up. I never put anything extra into my checking account. This is just an extra checking account. It is for my Capital One 360 accounts for me to easily access my savings accounts and then my sinking fund account, but I don't really add anything to it. I just keep half of my emergency fund in there, and then the other half of my emergency fund stays in my regular bank account. Then I put $170 towards my sinking funds this month. I also paid $5.29 to HP Instant Ink, and then my Verizon bill was $53.12. For gas this month, I spent a lot less in gas than I thought that I would. I didn't drive quite as much as I thought. So I spent $26.43 at Love's, and this was on the 4th, and this was in my car. Then I spent $39.49 at Love's in my dad's car, and he paid me back in cash for that. But because I paid on my card, it goes through my budget, so I just took it out of the gas money. So I really had a lot of extra money in there, so I just went on ahead and took it and then pocketed the cash. And then Kroger was $23.77 on the 17th. I am about due for another fill up, but I probably should have filled up before the end of the month, but I never got around to it because I'm just not driving very much. And when I do go out and about, I'm usually riding along with my parents somewhere, so I just haven't been driving very much in the month of June. So I actually had $35.31 left over in this budget, so I'm not upset about that at all. But of course I did over budget in this area. Usually my budget on this is $75, so I did go over. I did spend more, but actually I didn't because it was in my dad's car and he paid me cash, and so anyway, it all worked out in the end. For my groceries allocation, I spent nothing. Absolutely nothing. This used to be buying snacks for my kindergartners, which I don't have to do anymore since I'm not doing that. And I don't know if any future teaching job that I get will require me to purchase snacks and then get reimbursed for it. I doubt it, but I mean, I can't be for certain, but usually I like to give myself about $50 to buy some food for myself because I like to eat a little bit healthier than my family does. However, I have gotten better about asking my family for things. They are always asking me, what do you want at the store? We'll get it for you. What do you want? And I just say, no, just get whatever you get and I'll take care of myself. I've always felt bad asking for something like that's just for me. But my mom and I like a lot of the same things, so I should ask for more things that would be good for me because I know that my mom would eat them too. I've asked for things and they have been helping me in that category, so I'm not really spending as much. So now going into the future, I might lower this down even more since I am asking for more things, but for right now, I haven't lowered it yet for the month of July. If you saw my July budget setup video, which I'll link up here, because I just kept my budget the same, but going even farther down in the future, I might lower that again. But a lot of times, like when school's in session, I do buy myself stuff to keep at school, and that I don't know how much my family would purchase those things for me. A budget is kind of a living thing because the budget reflects the life that you want to lead month to month. So a budget is ever changing because my life is ever changing. That's why it's not always, you know exactly what it's going to be. You always have to think about your budget and what you want. And so going into the future, it might change, but right now it's going to stay the same, just in case. Then in my teaching allocation, I haven't spent anything, so that again, it's just there just in case if I need it. If I knew where I was going and what I would be teaching, I would probably be raising this up in the month of July just a little bit. Typically this budget is about $60 a month. I would probably be raising it up to like $200 going into July, but oh my gosh, I'm talking about July now. This is my June budget recap. I didn't spend anything in June. I didn't expect to spend anything in June. And I would be raising it up, but yeah, I'm not going to because I don't know what I'm going to be doing, and I can't buy stuff for something that I don't know what's going on. So anyway, recap June. I didn't spend anything in June. For my spending allocation, this has been brought way down for my bare bones budget, but I still stayed well within budget, so I'm super proud of myself here. So I spent 99 cents for Apple storage, and then I went to the movie theater with my friend Jenny, and I spent $8.22, and so I only spent $9.21 in my spending allocation this month. Alright, here is the one category where I did go over budget. I did bring this category way down from my bare bones budget. However, I think I forgot to keep in mind that I would be working a lot more at Churchill Downs. That means not really being at home as much, and then there just wasn't a lot of food for me to take to lunch. There were for a couple weeks in there. That's why I go from the 1st to the 21st with not really spending anything, because I had food at home and I was taking it or eating beforehand, and it worked out just fine. But then you'll see the last couple weeks of June, we didn't go to the store as often. There wasn't as much food in the fridge, at least not food that I could easily take with me or easily eat right before I left. And so I was eating out, and all of these days were days that I either worked or I tried to work. I worked some of them, but not all of them, and typically spent about $5 each time. Other than that, I didn't go out anywhere else unless I had a gift card. So I feel like I did a really, really, really great job with this category, even though I did go over $1.50. I'm not upset because, I stayed well within budget in all of my other categories, and this is my bare bones budget. I'm not used to only having $25. I'm used to having $40 to spend on eating out, and I only had $25. So that's a huge jump back in the amount of money that I allow myself to spend, and to have only gone over $1.50 is not bad at all. For my weight loss category, I didn't spend anything. This really was just because there were no July 5Ks that I wanted to sign up for. That's what my weight loss category is for. It is for signing up for 5Ks for me to run. It keeps me motivated to exercise. It keeps me motivated to do better and be better. Unfortunately, there weren't any that I really liked for the month of July. And I looked on the last day of June, and there were no no 5Ks that I wanted to do, because I spend like a month ahead for my 5Ks so that I can get discounts and good deals. I do know of one in August that I am looking forward to doing, and so I will do that one. But July, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I'm going to sign up for one last minute and just pay for 2 5Ks in 1 month, maybe go over budget. I don't really want to do that, but if I do, I do. There's also a free park run. It's something that I have recently heard about, and it's completely free. And it's like every Saturday, it's like a free, just a run in the park, and it's called a park run, and it's apparently like all over. I think it started in Europe maybe, and now it's like spread to the US, and it's just like a thing where runners just, they get together, and it's a timed run actually, once a week, and it's completely free, which is great. I don't think that I want to do that as my monthly run, but for 1 month, especially while I'm on a bare bones budget, I think that's actually probably a really good idea. And maybe I'll meet some new runners. I'm just a little intimidated because it's not like a 5K for an event. You're always going to have some walkers, but you know, like if people are running this 5K in like 30 minutes and under, and I am barely making it under 50 minutes, like, I don't know. I just don't want to like hold people up, or I don't know. I don't know. I'm a bit nervous about it, but if it's a free option, especially in a month that there wasn't anything else that I really liked, then I might go that route. I might also go the virtual 5K route, but those also cost money, and I don't know. I haven't decided yet. July's already started, and I don't know what I want to do as far as my July 5K, but I will run a 5K. Even if I run one all by myself, I don't care. I'm going to do a 5K. For my sinking funds, I didn't spend any money on my sinking funds this month. And now for my favorite part of my budget recap is my income. So I was on a salary, and I got paid twice a month, $11.45.93, and I always count the last paycheck that actually comes on the last day of the month. I always count that into the next month just because it's easier for me than thinking of it in the previous month and there's nothing left to spend. So June is actually the last regular paycheck month that I will have. In July, I get paid out completely everything that I am owed for my last teaching job, and it's actually gonna cost me a little bit of money in the short term here because they'll take extra taxes. I mean, in the very long term, I will get that money back through my taxes, you know, come April, or well, I usually do them early, but I'll get that money back eventually. But it's kind of like, I need that money now because I'm in bare bones budget mode and storm mode, and I need that money now, but whatever, that's the way it worked. So for June, I was paid $11.45.93 on the 31st, and then again on the 14th. I made $1.79 in Capital One interest for June. I highly recommend the Capital One 360 accounts. They are interest bearing, and then you can actually use a link that I have down below in the description, and you can earn a free $25 if you open a qualifying account, and then I get a free $20 when you open an account. It takes some time. I don't know how long it takes for your $25 to be deposited, but it does take some time for mine to clear to make sure that like you have a legitimate account and that kind of stuff. So, but I do highly recommend them, and you can earn some money if you use my link. I was paid from Churchill $123.32. And then I actually got a Capital One referral bonus for $20. I cashed out diet bets, which I haven't done any month-long diet bets in a while, so that money had just been sitting in diet bet for a while. I was gonna join some more, and then I decided not to. I have some 6-month diet bets that are ending very soon. I don't know if I want to hold on to that money in diet bets and maybe join some more, or if I'm gonna cash out. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with those, but I went on ahead. Since the 6-month diet bets are ending like really, really soon, I decided to go ahead and cash out the 1-month bets that I have, and then I'll fill out diet bet later. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but I made $112.88. I had credit card rewards. I do use credit cards for the cashback bonus points, but I pay everything off each month. I never pay fees. I never pay interest. And I don't spend extra to get extra bonus points. I just spend what I spend within my budget, and then get cashback rewards on that. So this is my Amazon Prime card, and that's really the only thing I use this for is gas. So I made $16.92. This is from the first of the year. I decided to go ahead and cash everything out just so that I had all that in savings, just in case, you know. So then I also had my last snack reimbursement from school. Took a while to get the last one, but it was $61.76. I also sold some things on Poshmark in the month of May. I cashed out from the month before. I made $12 on Poshmark. I got another paycheck from Churchill Downs and made $280.66. Then I cashed out my other credit card rewards, and this one is my Saver card from Capital One, and this one is for like eating out and stuff like that, and entertainment. And so I buy my 5Ks, and any food that I eat out and stuff like that, I use my Saver card on that. And so I got $17.07. And then my Quicksilver Capital One card, that one is just for like everything else. And that one I cashed out for $33.17. So my total income for the month of June was $2,971.43. So I'm going to recap real quick everything that I spent. So church was right on target. I'm going to go over savings in just a moment. Rent was on target. Graduate loan payment is on target. I have these set up as automatic payments so that I actually save a little bit of interest that accumulates on my student loans. And I didn't add anything there. I did exactly my sinking funds, exactly what I planned to. That usually doesn't change. My HP Instant Ink was correct. Verizon Wireless, I actually saved 5 cents on that. And then gas, I had $35.31 left that goes into savings to pay off debt later. $50 from groceries left over, $25 from teaching left over. My spending money, I had $30.79 left over. I had to take out $1.50 kind of from that, which I don't feel too bad about that, especially with all of this left over. And then weight loss, $50, also going to debt. Alright, are you ready to see how much I put towards savings? 3, 2, 1. Hooray! I put $2,113.72 towards debt.
I meant towards savings, not debt. Not yet.
That does include my $1.79 that I earned from Capital One interest that I earned from my savings accounts and my checking account as well, because that's also interest bearing, just not quite as much as the savings accounts. But over $2,000! Like, my goal to put towards debt each month is $1,100. So anything above and beyond that is awesome to me. So I actually almost doubled that, and I'm just so excited. What this does right here is it gives me more than 2 extra months worth of time to find a job. I mean, I need less than $1,000 a month to kind of just live and survive here at home. And I mean, I could probably even tighten that up closer to $500, but that would be very, very tight. That would mean no 5Ks, like absolutely no groceries, like cutting my spending and restaurant budget back even further, no teaching at all. And I kind of feel like I need that teaching in there just in case I need to buy resume paper or buy binders to put together, because I take a binder with me, you know, to different schools that I visit, so that it's like my teaching life in a binder. And so I kind of feel like I need that in there to help me find a job. I'm just so happy that I am able to put so much into savings so that I will be ready for paying off debt. And if I can't get a job for some very odd reason, I'm still very hopeful that I will find a job. But if for some reason something doesn't work out, I have savings and I am prepared for the future. That is something that doing a budget has provided for me. It has given me the freedom to take a chance. Even though I'm still trying to pay off debt and get out of debt, I still have the opportunity to take a chance on something bigger and better job-wise because I'm budgeting. A budget gives you choices. A budget gives you freedom to do so much more. I love my budget. I love it. I would love to know from you, how did your June go? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. Also, don't forget to like this video for having put so much to savings, and eventually all that's going to go to debt. Very excited about that. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!